Today on Geek Devotions, we talk about the one thing about a sequel that you can never forget. That there was a prequel. What's going on, devoted geeks, and welcome to Geek Devotions, a show from a couple of devoted geeks devoted to letting people know that they're loved. My name is Dallas Moore, and I'm so glad that you hit the play button. Do me a favor, if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to get more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, do me a favor, communicate down below in the comment section and let me know that you watched this video and let me know what your thoughts were on today's episode. Also, don't forget to check out our You Caring page. You can find out more about it in this video right here. But now that being said, let's get into the meat of what we're talking about today. Sequels. As you know, this month is sequel month, and a couple weeks ago we talked about the sequel Terminator 2 and how it was a great redemption story, how it was a second chance for the T-800 to be a little bit different. There was some rewiring and he had a chance to do something different with his life. Also, last week we talked about the sequel in the Red Queen series, The Glass Sword, where we had Mara and she was trying to find others just like her. And that, guys, that plays right into the whole sequel month. See, when we get that rewiring, it's an opportunity for us to find other people like us who've been rewired or maybe not been rewired yet and help them out. This week we're going to talk about one of the most important aspects of a sequel, though, an aspect that a lot of people try to forget, especially if it's not a very good storyline, and that is the things happen before the sequel. There is a prequel that takes place before every sequel, and sometimes those prequels are great, sometimes not so great at all. Sometimes in a sequel we try to act like the first one never happened, and we can't do that. In our lives, wherever you're at, you cannot forget your past. It's there. It shaped you. It's part of you. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're going, Dallas, didn't you just talk about rewiring, how you're a brand new creature and how you can do brand new things and it's different than before? Absolutely. But that past is still there. You can't just forget about it. I remember the film Highlander 2, where they created almost an entirely different universe for the movie. It was so different from the first movie that they pretended like the first movie didn't even happen. In response, people hated it. They thought it was just horrible. It was like, this has no context whatsoever. All the context of the film was gone. It was a brand new thing. And so in the third installment of Highlander, they went back to the original stuff and they acted like the second movie never happened. Which is a lot of crazy things happening right there. But the important aspect is this. You really can't forget the source material. You can't forget what happened in the front end because it is important to the story. In our lives, when those of us who become Christians, we start living that new life, sometimes we're so ashamed of who we used to be, we sometimes try to forget about it. Or we act like it never even happened. And when we meet new people, we love that because they don't have to know who we used to be. But the thing is that when you're trying to find like-minded people, and you're trying to draw them to Christ, the most important thing is your prequel. It's the story of how you became you today. It's the most compelling thing about your testimony. What is so special about Christ? It's the fact that He helped you to become different than what you used to be. And we cannot forget our past. Paul never forgave his past. In fact, Paul used his past in a defense for why he does what he does. In Acts 22, verse 3, Paul's talking to some people and he says this, I am a Jewish man born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in the city at the feet of Gamaliel, trained strictly according to the Torah of our fathers, being zealous for God just as all of you are today. I persecuted this way to the death, arresting both men and women and throwing them in prisons. As the priest and all the council of the elders can testify about me, I also received letters from them to the brothers, and I went to Damascus to bring back to Jerusalem even those who were there in chains to be punished. Here in this scripture, Paul is laying out his life before he became Paul. He's laying out who he used to be. Why? Because it's important for context. You can't forget the prequel to the sequel because then you eliminate the context of why you do what you do and who you really are. I want to encourage you guys in this. No matter where you're at, while I know some people may try to hold your past against you and go, hey, look, you used to do this, you used to say these things, you used to be this kind of person. Don't let those things get you down. Instead, use those as a testimony to say, look, you're right, I was this, but now look how different I am. Look at the difference that Christ made in my life today. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult when people bring those things up, but I promise you, you can make it through. And it will be amazing when you use your testimony to let people know how great God's love is for you and how great God's love is for them. I remember I was talking with this one young lady once, and she was struggling because she had some family members who were holding over her head her past. And I was talking with her, and she was so upset about it. And she goes, "Is it true that I'm not good enough because of what I did in my past?" And I said, "Look, kid, if Christ could forgive you, why can't I? Most importantly, I'm commanded to forgive because Christ forgives." And that gave her confidence in that moment. And to today, she's living her life as a confident young woman who serves the Lord and has a ministry helping people who went through the same thing that she went through. She has a testimony to go, "Hey, look, I know what you're going through is rough, and I know that what happened is not right, but today, Christ has made a way, and He loves you so much that He can restore you and help you to become something better." And she's able to say, "Look at my life. Look at who I am today." So like I say, guys, don't forget your prequel. It's very important to your sequel. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Geek Devotions. For your question of the week, it's very simple. What is your favorite prequel that sets you up for a really awesome sequel? Questions. Celeste, what's yours?
I'm gonna say The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Because I legitimately enjoy the original 3 movies with Captain Jack.
Yeah.
The one with the new couple after Elizabeth. No, I can do without that one. And I enjoyed the newest one. But I really love that first movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. I personally, and this is going to be no surprise to anybody whatsoever, I really enjoyed the Michael Keaton Batman from 1989. I thought it was a great start of the series, and if they hadn't fired Tim Burton, it might have been amazing. Although I've seen storyboards for the third one, and it might have gotten a little weird. But that being said, I like Tim Burton. It's a true story. So
Burton gets weird. Tim Burton and Neil Gaiman together.
Yes. So, hey guys, make sure you leave your comments down below. Let us know your thoughts on that. And also, hit us up on social media and send us your comments or just talk to us. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Geek Devotions.
Also, this week, this will be airing, and within a few hours, it'll be going down. So, tonight, for y'all, we are going to be a Geek'd.
Yes!
Yay!
Super excited.
So, I might have a brown wig. So you might have to look for him, because you might not recognize me.
Alright. I won't be in cosplay. So it's all good. Yeah.
But we're going to be there. Come see us. Come find us. Come hit us up.
Yeah.
Not actually hit us, but just say hi.
Stand back for a second. Wave. Say hi, Dallas and Celeste of Geek Devotions, and then let us approach you. Don't just attack us, because that's how people get arrested.
Yes. Although, if you want to just shout, "Hey, Geek Devotions," we'll respond to that too. We've had that happen, actually.
We have, recently.
You did.
But yeah, so cool things. Hey guys, also make sure you check out our You Caring page. Again, there's a description up here somewhere. And also in the comments down below, or not comments, but in the show notes down below, there will be a link to it. Celeste are trying to raise some funds. We're looking for people to partner with us to help take Geek Devotions to the next level. So maybe you'll be one of those wonderful devoted geeks who take place in that help campaign.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And there's some cool stuff if you donate too.
True story. So I think that's it, Celeste.
Okay.
So what do we say?
Well, stay devoted.
Peace and love, guys.